Okay, so today we're talking about leads. A lead is an interesting way to start your essay to catch your reader's attention. So lead number 1 is an anecdote. You're going to begin with an interesting story related to your thesis. You need to demonstrate why the topic matters by writing about an incident you may have observed or experienced. So it's like a little story. You can also create a scene that depicts what you want your reader to picture in their mind. So here's an example. The crowd grew silent as the athlete lay on the cold tile of the basketball court, the sound of her head hitting the ground still echoing in everyone's memory. They all waited to see if she could get up on her own. Concussions are very common in student athletes and can impact their success in school. So now it's your turn. Using the prompt, explain how overcoming challenges is important, you are going to type an anecdote lead. Okay, lead number 2. We're looking at a quote, so you're going to begin with a related quote. Now, hint, 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 whenever you see your star prompt, they're always going to give you a quote, so this would be an easy one to use when you don't have resources to research. So make sure that it's relevant to your topic in some way and avoid overused quotes or cliches. Here's an example. Everyone has heard the old saying, time flies, but I never expected it to be so literal. So time flies may be cliche, but that extra part, I never expected the truth to be so literal, that's what catches your reader's attention. You're like, hold on, are you talking literally about time flying? Let's see, and they'll want to keep reading. So, your turn. Using the prompt, explain how overcoming challenges is important. You are going to type a quote lead. Yes, you can do some research to decide on what quote to use. Okay, now we're looking at our third type of lead, a question. You want to begin with a thought-provoking question. That means it gets your reader to think. Choose a question that catches the reader's attention. Have you ever stayed up all night to study for a test only to sleep through the exam the next morning? Anybody who's experienced that is going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, it's the worst ever. But, obviously everybody's probably stayed up all night at some point in time, so that's a super basic question. But you add the extra element of only to sleep through the exam next morning. That's what makes it thought-provoking. The reader's thinking, have I experienced that before? Choose a question you will answer with your writing. Why shouldn't students be allowed to dress however they like during school? So clearly this question is going to be responding to a prompt having to do with dress code. So now it's your turn. You're going to explain how overcoming challenges is important, and you're going to start off with a question lead. Okay, and our last lead we're looking at is a definition lead. We want you to begin with your own definition of a word. So while the dictionary definitions are okay, usually they're pretty dry and boring, and so we want to add some personality to it. So try to paraphrase or write your own unique take on a definition wherever you can. School is more than just a place for students to learn. For some, it's a second home. For others, it feels like a prison. So we know school's a building. We know school's a place where people learn. But then this definition takes it a step beyond by saying for some it's a second home and others it feels like prison. So we're going more into the emotional aspects of school. What does it make us feel like? So now it's your turn. Using the prompt, explain how overcoming challenges is important. You are going to type a definition lead here. And remember, you're not copy and pasting this definition from Google. You're coming up with a definition in your own words, talking about challenges and overcoming them. Okay. So let's look at this paragraph. If you're passionate about something, giving up should never be an option. During any type of competition, you have to stay strong and focused on the task ahead. No matter what happens, you're always improving. You have to keep your head held high and courage in your soul. Never giving up is important because you won't miss out on opportunities and you'll only become better. So yesterday we looked at what the thesis is of this intro, and it is the last sentence. Never giving up is important because you won't miss out on opportunities and you'll only become better. But now we're looking at this portion. All of this, if you're passionate about something, no giving up should never be an option. During any type of competition, you have to stay strong. This person is giving you their opinion on never giving up, why you should never give up, okay? It's not a question, no question marks there. It's not a fact, and it's not a definition talking about never giving up. This is this person's opinion on why you should not ever give up. So the type of lead that's used here, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight this so that you guys can see it's highlighted in mauve color. So our type of lead is, this is an opinion lead. Okay, now you're going to go into Schoology, and you're going to complete the assignment for Leads practice in Schoology. This is a grade, so make sure you take it seriously and reference your notes. Let us know if you have any questions, and have a great day.